next session is yours, where you will be giving us a roadmap vision of diaspora.
Just me.
Yes.
Before the ceremony just start, we have Madhurya Chakraborty 1988 batch. Please, 89 batch, please introduce. Yes, we are happy to have you. Thank you.
Madam Aisari. Hi Aisari. Wali Aisari. Oh, madam. Just starting. Okay, bye. Time like and speed of work, so the fast time.
So everybody seems to be settled now. So a couple of days back, Dhruvo, he called me up and suggested that I prepare a kind of roadmap for AECian diaspora to be spelled out here for further deliberation and subsequent finalization and acceptance. So it is obviously not one man's job. It is a lot of deliberations are needed, and maybe a lot of inputs from various quarters are called for before it is finalized and taken to a formal stage. So 1 year is I think not too long a time, or may be not too also short a time. If we consider ourselves to be 1 year old, then probably it is right time that we come to a formal step. After speaking to Dhruvo, what I thought and what I came to a conclusion personally is that almost all the people involved here in AECian diaspora are obviously involved in different kinds of activities in their professional worlds, and so nobody obviously will have sufficient spare time to devote exclusively for this purpose. Some time, of course, will be given, and that is why people have given time. That's why this meeting is here today. Considering that people are engaged elsewhere, and considering the fact that little time or reasonably less time will be available for concrete work, I think that this AECian diaspora should be organized as a trust in the line of a semi or quasi professional organization. What I mean is that people here will be providing a kind of volunteer service, but in the trust, and they will be engaging professionals to deliver certain outputs. So then, based on these basic two premises, I have jotted down a couple of points. Is that first thing, that AECian diaspora is to be registered as a trust with a managing trustee and not more than 6 trustees as members. Number 2 is that separate working groups of members to be created for undertaking and overseeing different tasks. But as I mentioned, that it has to be quasi-professional or semi-professional. That's why each task is to be revenue oriented and self-generating in due course of time. The initial a fund of about rupees 10 lakhs can be created and should be created, otherwise moving forward will be a bit difficult. And monthly review of activities of these different working groups need to be taken up. For each activity, different, as I mentioned, different professionals will be engaged. They will be on a salaried basis, as initially on a separate understanding, but finally on a different understanding. Initially, I just identified about 8-10 different organizations with whom AECian Diaspora can work. These are Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship, Tata Institute of Social Sciences, IIT, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, Donor Ministry, Government of India, then CSR wings of different corporate bodies, and engineering colleges and all technical institutes of the Northeast India. All these things, all these organizations should be in our radar. Then, since it is coming to a formal step, so we will be needing an accounts and auditing aspect of it, so a chartered accountancy firm has to be engaged. So this is broadly the outline. Now, what are the basic activities that AECian Diaspora can or should take up? It starts with the beginning thought that we do not have sufficient time to be given. We cannot give full time for this job. So we need to design our activities in a slightly different way. Since this is a modern world with a lot of electronic and communication technology available with us, the internet is at our disposal, and a lot of networking facilities are available, and things can happen, things can be made to happen at different places, sitting here or there. So I think we should first keep ourselves confined to only technical matters, technical education or technical developments. For this purpose, we need to bring all the engineering colleges and engineering institutes or technical institutes of entire Northeast India, be it in Arunachal, be it in Tripura, every technical institutes, ITIs, everything, all engineering colleges should be networked. This is not a very difficult job. We need to just have their email addresses. We need to have a few contacts there, personal contacts, and then put them in our network. Then we have launched an e-bulletin already, that instead of making an exclusive magazine for poems or short stories or dramas or this kind of things, we need to slightly reorient it to address to certain specific areas. Like we have, the entire Northeast India is basically a technological digester. Our places there, we do not have a smooth road, we do not have a smooth footpath, we do not have a good culvert, we do not have a good water supply system, we do not have many things. So we can throw on certain problem areas and ask for solutions, technical solutions. We are engineers basically. This is our first identity. So we need to find out the specific areas, problems in Arunachal, problems in Nagaland, problems in Assam, small problems. I also will highlight a couple of problems and ask for solutions. Then they may, some institute may in Nagaland may come forward, some students may come up with a solution, an idea. Then here, sitting here in Guwahati or in Delhi, we can know that particular group which was involved in that particular group can accept that idea, evaluate it, and if possible go for a refinement of that idea subsequently, take it up. If it is a feasible proposition, then take it up for further development, maybe up to the stage of development of a prototype or a kind of model or kind of a pilot project. So these steps can follow. So if this is done, then without much of a physical involvement, we can bring in different people to work in a common platform. They will be visible in a common platform, and those youngsters or many experienced people even, they will come up with some solutions which we may not be thinking we may not be thinking at all. Now this is needed because instead of a top-down approach, this I think is a much better and easier approach to reach out to problem areas and people who can actually address a particular problem at the field level. That probably we can, this AECian diaspora can activate. This process can be activated, and by that we can act as a leader of the entire Northeast India as far as technical problem areas are concerned and as far as addressing technical problems are concerned. Many solutions may not come, but this platform over a period of time, if it works in a systematic way, then I am sure that a reasonable quantum or reasonable volume of good technical and economic activity can be generated. I will just highlight three small points. One is, you see, entire Northeast India is full of rivers and water bodies. But we do not have a proper navigation system. We think that our rivers are not navigable. Big boats cannot run there, cannot ply there. But then, water navigation is a very cheap mode of transport. We have not explored that. We are always thinking in terms of big barges or big ferries. So that may not be the solution for us, because many river beds are coming up, so rivers are becoming a bit shallow. So solution may not be there in the big ferries. There are technologies available at many places in the world where you can navigate a boat even in 1 feet deep water. That is possible. Even the propeller can be made to run on in 6-inch water. That is also available. We can make a model, we can make a prototype, we can make a pilot project on that, and maybe that can be made as on an experimental basis and put to use somewhere. We can put our youngsters, our engineering people, there are technical people, there are many people there. We can work out a different mechanism to implement this kind of projects. This is a very, this is necessary because this is also, I am just highlighting this as an example because that much of resources, that much of potential is lying there, but nobody is even attempting this as a solution. That nobody is attempting that particular area. Number two, you see, Assam, in spite of all the pain and bustle and noises created in the public media, in spite of everything, Assam in the northeast is the most happening place in the entire country. By virtue of this act, this policy, you cannot imagine the volume of work that is taking place. It is an unbelievable quantum of work. It is not coming to our view because of the opacity and the blankness created by our media. We are not going into it. So this is actually a very serious lack on our part, because if we don't see these prospects, then only at a later stage we will find in a very awkward situation. We are already finding ourselves in a very awkward situation. We are not visible in any economic field. You see? That's why I would suggest that our people who are conversant in the electronic medium, who are conversant in computer, software work or other design related work, they can design programs. For this they don't have to move physically. You know, it has become the center of focus of almost the entire world now. Navigation through Bangladesh is happening. The railway track through Manipur is happening. Already 34 tunnels have been completed. The railway track is almost up to Myanmar border. You know, there is a railway track coming from, the railway track was there from Dibrugarh to Sibsagar, and at Sibsagar, Jorhat, Dergaon, Bokakhat, Jakalabanda, Nagaon. This is also happening. So for this kind of activities, for us to know, since you are placed in Delhi, you are in a much better position to collect information about the developments on this Actist policy. So, this e-bulletin that has been launched already, this can be made a monthly phenomenon. This can be made a monthly issue. And because that magazine need not be 100-page big magazine, it can be a 4-page magazine, and in every issue, at least there should be some update on the Actist policy. I am very seriously studying this, following this subject, and I am finding that nowhere in Assam, not a single news is appearing about what is happening and what are the developments, what are the prospects. You see, today, every day, about 40 aircraft land in Guwahati airport. 5 five-star hotels have come up in less than 5 years. No, this is not happening out, not for nothing. There is not a single plot of land from Jorhat to Titawar on the roads. There is not a single plot of land available on the Jorhat-Moriani road. There is not a single plot of land available now from Mirza to even up to Boku on the roadside. Everything has been purchased. Why are these people investing so much of money? Why are they purchasing land there? No, there are those people. We are not seeing the prospects, but many people have seen these prospects. That's why they are going for this kind of investments. So this e-bulletin should have 1 page at least. Every month there should be some update. This forum is not only for us. This forum is for all our future people, future generations, future youngsters. So they need to be enlightened on these developments. Then another activity area that probably we can, you are competent enough to handle that subject, that till today, Assam and the Northeast is so badly understood, so wrongly understood. This is not because of their fault, this is because of fault of ours. We have not been able to bring our good things to focus. That's why instead of lamenting that nothing is happening or nothing has happened, nothing was happening, instead of lamenting on that, I can suggest that we can make 30 minutes programs, audiovisual programs on Assam history, on Assam Northeast history, Northeast geography, Northeast different items. We can have those programs narrated in good Assamese with English subtitles. No, this is possible. Like those programs, when you go through engineering teaching courses, lectures on the internet, you find it is being delivered nicely with good subtitles, with good graphics. Everything is possible, no? We can make small capsules. Now people are wanting to know. I have met a number of people who say that we have no knowledge about this place. Just showing Bihu or just showing a couple of Khatriya dance, no, it's not going to help anybody. Basically, we are not trying to be still modern. We are not still trying to be up to the mark. No, in a 5-star hotel, what is being done? A simple bamboo and thatched, 2 slanting roofs are constructed. That is shown in the background, and in the front there is a bihu dance. No, that is the way they show our cultures. It is our responsibility to show things properly. I personally made 88 episodes of small episodes of on 8 states of Northeast India. Those can be the basis. No, you can have still further explore the subjects and bring those things into focus. You can engage people who will do that, and this can be revenue generating. This is not that we just make the program and thus it will be shelved into hibernation. No, there are potential people who are ready to sponsor it. There are people who are ready to buy it. There are people ready to. No, you can ask Abhijit Bhuya. He is not here today. You know, he has his own hotel and restaurant. Not hotel, it's a restaurant just in front of Taj Vivanta in Guwahati. Now, a lot of people go there to seek an evening of a slight change of taste. That is not there. What taste they are asking for? They are asking for a flavor of the Northeast, but nobody is giving them. No. This is possible. This is possible. You can, with the electronic medium, with the computer in hand, you can design such things which are available in public domain. On payment basis, people will see this. So this is one example that I wanted to tell you.
Sanjita, I think that is the time.
Pardon?
Time.
Time is up. Okay, I understand that.
There are many.
Yeah.
Lali, you have to control.
Yeah. So I have prepared a small note on this. I will hand it over to you, Otul or Debojyoti, and you can subsequently have a discussion on this and then finalize. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. That was quite a bait he has sent upon us, right? And they are not empty baits. And I believe when he said that he'll do something, he's a doer. So I believe it's not impossible, and we are there with you. And we really like the challenges you throw. And I'm sure the whole group will work together, put our heads together, and we'll see the light of the day. Thank you so much, sir.